So, regular season finale, you got a chance to win your 10th out of 11 since losing the first game of the year. Got a good week of practice. What are your thoughts on going to Texas A&M?
It's a new week. It's a new week, a new opportunity. As always, doesn't matter who we play. I mean, last week was last week as always, and every time we go into a new week, we try to flip the page and get ready for our opponent. This being the last regular season game, we know what we got to do. We got to, put a cap to the regular season, and nothing feels better than to have a 10-win season. So, this is just another game for us to show again like what we can do and as a team, and just put a cap on the regular season and then move on.
How did you personally bounce back from the season opener? Because there was the helmet thing, right, and some things that I'm sure you obviously weren't trying to do that happened. That kind of was a downer to start the year.
Yeah.
Get where you are right now.
The helmet game. I mean, that's just physicality in my game. I was just trying to make a play, and for some reason, I would say that was a bad play on my end. But I was just trying to make a play, and ended up using my head as a way to make a play. But it was some my coach would call a bad ball. So I flipped the page from there just by knowing who I am as a player and what I can do, and knowing that that's out of my game, and focusing back on what my game is. And as a team, I think we flipped the page from then and just knew that we lost the first game, so we didn't want to feel how we felt that game, and we didn't want to have a season like we did in the past, and so we just wanted to flip the page, and having our coaches inhibiting those traits in us, that made it crucial for us to be a better team and be more accountable with each other.
The maturity that you and your teammates showed this past week when you go out and the stadium's not full and it's kind of a miserable night with the rain and all that, and the opponent isn't a big name, but you just go out and kind of like assassins, y'all sometimes talk about, take care of your business. Does that give you confidence that, hey, we can do the same thing this weekend?
Yeah, when there's not a lot of people in the stands, you kind of have to create your own energy. In Tiger Stadium, the fans, give us a lot of energy every game that we go out there. So it's like that game when there's not a lot of people in attendance, you got kind of have to create your own energy, and that's kind of what we did. And we've always felt confidence in what we can do. And so we just went out there. We didn't care about the weather or the cold. It was raining. There's going to be some mistakes here and there, but you just gotta stay the course and just know that this is still a football game that we got to play, and we still got to apply a process of how we play every game, and finish the game and just get a dub.
What kind of challenges does Texas A&M present?
They're a talented team, and we know that. They haven't had the best season, but we know they're going to play their best against us. So we're just going to come at them the same as we do anybody, and stack on last week and just get better and bring it. So it's not a game off. It's the last game, so we got to finish strong.
And when you just look back this season, what have you learned about yourself and your game?
There's always more that I can take. I can take it further. There's always something to work on, something to get better at. There's no limit to what I can do, and I know that every day in practice and every week in every game, I try to take it to the next level that I can.
You went over there in 2020, right? Texas A&M, it wasn't a big crowd because it was COVID and everything. You remember the cannon and all that stuff that they do over there?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's a scare tag that they use for us, but we're not phased, we're not phased, so we just, that's their atmosphere, and they try to do whatever they can to shake the opposers, but we're not scared, man. We coming into your house and do what we do, and do what we do to get a dub. So for us, that's all that matters. We're not worried about anything else but that.
What kind of year has B.J. Ojulari had?
I mean, he's had a great year, man. I know you guys already talked to him, but I mean, dog, he's a beast. My dog, and he's a beast, and he's been doing his thing all year, and you guys have seen since we came in together. So I mean, he's been doing his thing ever since we got here, since day one. And me and him kind of, we push each other. He pushes me, and I push him. And he's been pretty dominant. And he's a star, man.
How valuable was it to pick up Mekhi Wingo in the offseason to this team's success?
I mean, he was a hidden gem. I know a lot of guys, him coming in, a lot of the guys didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was. I heard about what he's done in his first year, and since he came in the offseason, I've challenged him, and he's he's kind of, I've kind of took him under my wing and challenged him to see, what kind of player he is, and he's done beyond what I expected, and he's been doing a really good job this year. But I think that was a really special gift from having him transfer from Missouri. So I mean, we're blessed to have him, and he's been doing a really great job on the D line.